here at Murray Golf House, and that's kind of our piece to the Murray Golf House and the merging of the Georgia State Golf Association, the Georgia PGA, all under one roof, which I know from talking with Kathy and BA was kind of a dream and passion of Ed's, was to make sure both of those organizations kind of work cohesively. So this is truly a culmination of that happening. And as part of the fundraising efforts for the golf shop through the Georgia PGA, we reached out to all of our members and said, hey, here's an opportunity for you to have your name in something that's going to be living on in history and to be supporting the building of this golf shop. So we got about 100 of our PGA golf professionals that committed to $300 a piece. So we raised $30,000 towards the building of this golf shop. And so the unveiling of this sign is to commemorate all those PGA golf professionals who supported this effort, this project, and supported Ed in his dream. So with that said, Gordo, if you'll join us, we'd like to unveil the sign of all those that contributed to the Ed Hoard Golf Shop. Really well done. Kudos to Mr. Brian Conley here, who saw the vision on what this could look like. So
it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
I see a lot of familiar names on there.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I do.
I just want to thank Brian Conley and Scott and everyone with the section, and thank you to Marty and Chuck, leaders from the outset on this entire project. I guess it was 10 years ago when we first met to talk about this property and changing the whole plan for this property and creating the Georgia Golf House, the Murray Golf House, that was truly a goal of Ed Hoard's throughout his lifetime. Ed used to crack me up. He got me involved with the foundation when it was the Georgia Junior Golf Foundation, which was the one body where it was both the GSGA and the Georgia PGA, and he really kept me involved in that for many years, and that was always a big thing for Ed. He loved when in his amateur and junior golf days, which was right here on this property, where he had the course record up until we blew it up and made it this beautiful thing we have now. So Ed Hoard still has the course record at the original Bobby Jones golf course. But he truly loved and cherished the idea of the two bodies, the amateur body and the professional body, being together under one roof. And like I said, he tells me his very last GSGA event was at Coosa Country Club, where I've been for the last 20 or so years after Ed and Kathy finally kicked me out of Athens. And but he loved and truly cherished all of his time with the amateur body. And then obviously his professional days, most of you don't know, but he is in the Georgia Golf Hall of Fame. So Ed is featured right behind us in there. But to us professionals, Ed was the very first golf professional put into the National PGA Hall of Fame. That's a huge deal. From the time I was 20 years old, all I can remember is not only worshiping the man and working for him and learning under him, but watching him at the Masters every year as a rules official, watching him at the PGA Championship. He would go to Opens. He would go to all of the major championships. He was the chief referee at the Ryder Cup matches. He'd come back from the Ryder Cups and tell us about how Seve won a hole with an 8. They just didn't show it on television and things like that. So he was the guy settling all those disputes, and when they were trying to figure out whose ball they should hit in the alternate shot foursomes. But it was great, and he's just the greatest person on the planet. I wish all of you could have known him as well as I did, and Kathy did, and I'm lucky I get to see Kathy a little more often than you guys do. My son lives on the student side of Springdale down in Athens, but I drive by Kathy's house at least once a month and peek in and wave at her and say hello and see her at the Ed Hoard Memorial Golf Tournament every year that's at the UGA golf course. But anyway, thank you all so much.
I would like to say something that those of you who knew my husband already know, is Ed took golf seriously, but he didn't take himself seriously. The first time he brought me to the course here, he wanted me to see where he grew up playing golf. And he said that the best value product that his family ever purchased was that city golf pass for him to play golf here, because the city lost money on it. But he loved this place, and he loved his golf professional, Mr. Wilson. And he wanted me to see where he played golf right after we married, and wanted me to meet Mr. Wilson. Well, we came into the shop, and I looked on the wall, and there was a nice little plaque that indicated that he had shot the lowest score at the Bobby Jones course. So, I was 25 years old, and I was feeling really good about that. And we get in the car to leave, and I said, "Hey, why did you not tell me that you have the lowest score on that course?" And he said, "Don't get the big head, girl. I also have the privilege of having the most rounds played as well." But he called me from work one day, and he said, "It's official." He said, "I'm now a senior pro." He said that there were a group of young men who came in a little too often to hang out. You probably know who they are. In the golf shop, they just hang out in there for a little bit too long. So Ed told him one day, he said, "Gentlemen, you're not going to learn to play golf in the pro shop. You need to get out and get on the course." And he said, as soon as he said it, he said, "That's what Mr. Wilson used to tell me and my friends." But Ed had a lot of fond memories about this place. And also there were a group of young people, Dave Ayers and others, who played in this area and this course that he remained lifelong friends with. So this place has a special place in his heart and mine, and I'm overwhelmed. This is not the Bobby Jones I came to. It's absolutely, I've seen pictures, but I was just telling some gentlemen earlier, this is one of those circumstances where the pictures don't do the place justice.
Right.
It's a lot more beautiful than I ever envisioned it would be, and I'm very proud of it, and I just thank you all for being a part of it. Thank you.
In 2014, Chuck came to me and said, "Let's build Georgia Golf House and get the Georgia PGA and GSGA together." Totally his idea. He's a baby.
We had a meeting, Mark Mongell at Cherokee in 2013 with the GSGA and the Georgia section, and talked about how it was high time that we got together and built a building together, and that came together. I was the president of the GSGA at the time at 13 and 14. And in 2014, met Marty here and learned about this golf course, and I thought, what better place certainly for the GSGA than to be at a golf course named for Bobby Jones, a public golf course that was and we were going to be able to have a driving range, have all the instructional programs that we have here. We've got over 1,600 kids that have gone through the program. We've got a huge focus on adaptive golf, and to partner with the PGA in doing this. And I think we had the first collaborative event with the
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the Georgia Golf Putting Championship. And so it's just been a fantastic opportunity, I think, for both organizations to be here and to truly make this the home of golf. So thank you, and we know how much your husband meant to the PGA, and so thank you.
Thank you. This is wonderful.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.